Oh no, did it break again? It broke again. Damn it. It's okay. I'll shuffle myself over. Hold on. Is that enough? No, I'm too tiny. How's this? Is this better? Yeah, it's better. Good enough. Hello, chat. How are you doing? I think it's just like the wrong toggle thing he's got bound. Because those ones are kind of fucked up and didn't fix it. How are you doing? Did you miss me? I'm feeling mildly affectionate, so take the chance while you can. It will not last long. Soon the disgust will settle in. Worry not. Aw, thank you, Bob. It was really nice to see you. I think this is the first one you were able to attend, right? Or at least the first one you saw me at. It was really nice seeing you guys, genuinely. I know! It's been a few hours. What was the thing you were called wearing? I know there's a word for it. I think Umi sold one of them. Yours was a deadbeat one though, Sparrow. What is that thingy? I don't Happy! Yes, that thingy! Thank you! Those are cute. Maybe one day I'll get one. I feel too shy to do that though. But thank you so much everyone for coming to see me, and thank you very much, Bob. It was really nice seeing all of you guys. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I hope you're happy. It did! Actually, a lot of you guys had a happy and they were super cool to look at. Because I do not see them. I kind of forget that they exist. They're not as popular in like the Western sphere for merch. And they're not something I super consider, but maybe in the future. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sad that like some of you guys unfortunately didn't get to see me. I was honestly really, really surprised. I recognized a lot of you guys. Honestly. If I don't recognize you, it's nothing personal. I'm really not good with faces. I'm good with names, but I'm not good with faces. I think it's because I'm not really used to making like a ton of eye contact with people. But I hope that you guys are doing well. Do you want me to give you the good news first or the bad news? You're forever anonymous. As long as you're happy, buddy. What's up, Peanut? Give substance first. Why is an emote? You want the bad news first? Okay, the bad news is kind of devastating. I'm sorry, chat. Can you guess what it is? Actually, I kind of want to torture you. Guess what it is. Some of you guys who saw me at Offkai already know what it is. But it's fun to mess with you, so ha! Okay, I can't be asked to wait. No, we're not having a baby. My standards are not that low. I know. It is kind of hard to believe it's been a year. I'm happy you've become part of the community, so it's a pleasure to have you here. Welcome back, and thank you. Chat's collective baby? No. No, you guys shouldn't reproduce. You should know that by now. Come on. You're here to make the world better, not worse. I do not have an incurable illness. You are becoming a normie? Close. Actually, is normie adjacent. Basically, I will be gone for a few weeks. Let's see. Let me look at my calendar real quick. It is employment, actually. The bad news is employment. So, I will be working elsewhere. And I will not be present for a couple weeks. And by that, I mean basically a month. Guys, I gotta leave to provide for you. I know. It's like a seasonal job, but yeah. I'll be gone for a couple weeks. So yeah. And when I say gone, I mean like I probably will not be able to respond to like anything or very minimally, because I will literally not be at home. I will be in another city elsewhere. But I need to leave. Well, I guess I won't be here for at least... I won't be here for around the end of this month, and I won't get back until like 3 weeks into July. So, Hyunyo, that's the bad news. It's nothing like too terrible, but I feel bad because I won't be streaming during the time. One day I'll finish Expedition 33. I haven't been able, and you're probably like, oh yeah, why didn't you stream the past 2 weeks? Nah, I know you guys aren't like that, but you know, if you're curious, it's because I was doing like training and stuff, so I wasn't here. And I was also kind of just dead because I've been trying to do positive things with my life. This is seasonal. I haven't applied for anything long term. Well, I mean, I have, but yeah, it do be like that. I mean, it's okay if you guys shatter when you're gone. Just don't make me pick up the pieces. Make someone else do it. You know? But I'm trying to go out of my comfort zone. And... I don't know. It's nice to do new things. It's gonna be really fucking hard. Like, super, super, super hard, honestly. But it is a rewarding experience. And it's good to explore new things. But yeah, I'm excited to do it. It's a really great opportunity. It's just gonna be incredibly exhausting. Yeah. That is the bad news. It's nothing huge. I feel a bit bad because I know I've been really unreliable the past year. On that note, before I get into the good news, I just want to say how honestly incredibly grateful I am. And like, I did not expect that many people to come see me at my meet and greet. Like, to be honest, I was really dreading Offkai this year. And that's nothing to do with like Offkai itself or anything. I'm actually very shy. And I'm very... how do I put this? The past few years have been really rough, and especially the past like year, you know. I'm not trying to like trauma dump or whatever and make this sad. I'm just being candid with you. But the past year was really fucking hard. Like the past few years especially. I mean, it's never been easy for me, but obviously like it wasn't the worst thing in the world, you know. And when I don't really say this much, but it's kind of been on my mind a bit more. When I left my previous workplace, right? There were a lot of instances where honestly people pretended to care a lot more than they actually did to kind of jump on some sort of like, I guess, I don't know how I would describe it. I guess kind of like a trend. There were a lot of people that I guess acted like they were very outraged for myself and my friends. And while part of me understands that obviously there's only so and so much people can do, right? There was also a lot of like, I'm not explaining this well. Let me restart. Basically, I'm very grateful that a lot of you guys stuck by me. There were a lot of people that pretended to, whether in a personal capacity or otherwise, right? That pretended they cared about my circumstances. And honestly, that was more hurtful than people just straight up not caring. But I'm very, very grateful to have a community that actually does care. You know, and you guys have been like 90% of you guys have been super, super consistent, super kind. And I'm incredibly grateful to have all the poison tasters that I do have, especially like those of you guys that are here regularly, whether or not you chat, you know? This isn't to say that I don't appreciate everybody, but obviously like it's easier for me to notice people that I'm more aware exist, you know? But I just want to say thank you very, very much for that. I was really dreading Offkai because I thought nobody would come see me. There's a sense of anxiety where like you're just standing there and you're like, maybe you're hoping people will come up to you or something, but thanks to you guys, I didn't have to experience that. I honestly didn't expect this at all. I was like, when I was told that the that it was like 3 minutes per person, I was like, oh no. If it's 3 minutes per person, then there's gonna be so much downtime. But there was not any downtime at all. You guys just kept flooding in, and I really can't say how much that meant to me, because I've been in a very, very vulnerable state the past few years, and a lot of people have tried to take advantage of that, but you guys have always been kind to me and patient with me, and I hope that in the future I can do that for you too. I won't say I'll be consistent now, but I promise that at the end of the year I will be, or at least I'll do my best to be. That said, on a tangent, the good news is actually health related. So when I was out of town and I was doing my training a few weeks ago, right? Oh shit, did I? Oh, hold on. I think I did. Heck. Did I do it? I did. Okay. Sorry. Okay, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited now. Because I am not the best at taking care of myself, but I'm trying. It did kind of I'm not healthy, guys. I'm still mentally ill. Okay, stop it. No. Okay. I've seen so many of you guys better yourselves over the past few years. I know it's crazy that I can say that now. It's crazy that I can say past few years with you guys, but I'm very happy that I can. But I've seen so many of you guys better yourselves, whether it's your health or your life or like your lifestyles, and I'm really proud of all of you, genuinely. And if you're struggling, know that that shit got me too. I got ganked by life. We're in the trenches together, but that's okay. You know, we'll get out of it. I realized that I'm actually surprisingly a more positive person than I thought. I don't know if I feel more comfortable. Also, hi Val, I hope you're doing well. So in regards to my arms, it did spread up to my shoulders and it did kind of go to my back, but I have realized it is very, very heavily stress related, like incredibly so. And I realize this because you guys know how I went camping like 2 years ago or so, or like a year ago, right? And I found that my condition was much better when I came back and during that, right? I had very little pain in comparison. Obviously not all the dexterity and stuff, right? But when I went out of town, I was nervous and anxious and stressed, but I wasn't stressed in the same way that I'm normally stressed, you know? And I realized that getting out of the house and like keeping busy really helped. I was like, oh, I'm not in pain right now. And having those kind of realizations was really nice. So that is the good news. I don't know how much better it will get over time. I'm trying a variety of methods like acupuncture, physical therapy. I do some like exercises, like massages, stuff like that. But it makes me feel a lot more hopeful about my situation, you know? Yeah, there have been multiple times during like the process of me being injured where I've straight up like broke down crying because I'm like, oh my god, for once I'm not in pain, you know? But yeah. I was wondering for a long time whether it was like psychosomatic, and this kind of confirms it for me. And yeah, I am trying to like do more things to better my health, but I have to take it slow because I know me, and if I do too much at once, right, I'll say fuck it and I'll retreat. Excuse me, I'll retreat back into myself, you know? Like, oh my god, I went to the gym like 2 weeks ago with my friend or so. That shit fucking hurt. Actually, I have a funny story. Okay, so you guys know how everyone tells me their life story, right? You guys would know because you guys also do that. I'm not shaming, I'm just being real, right? But yeah, it really does. I was thinking that, so I was like thinking of all the problems with the cortisol in my body, and I was like, fuck. But yeah, I do feel a bit better now. Anyways, okay. So my friend and I go to the gym. Also, welcome back, everybody. My friend and I go to the gym. And then he comes over and we're like making food because we're both foodies. And I'm like, oh shit, bro, I'll make you this like this soba thing that I always make, right? And he's like, you know what, that was good. I'm like, okay. I'm like, should we go for a walk? Let's go walk my dog. And I'm like, and he's like, okay, bet. Right? I am a library for people's life stories. I know so many people's life stories. Why? Okay? I cannot explain to you why this happens. I think they just know I'll listen. But anyways, I'm walking the dog, right? And then there's like, we walk past his house and I'm like, bro, I don't know why people tell me their life stories. Like the person in this house, they literally told me, first meeting ever, right? First meeting ever. They tell me how they went into a coma for like 2 years and they have like a huge like scar down their like belly from like the surgery from an accident. That's why they were in a coma. And then their like family sold off their assets while they were in a coma. And he shows me the scar and I'm like, okay, that's what happened, right? And I was telling my friend about that story. Right? No, but this is like the first time I met them. This is literally our first conversation, okay, with that person. Right? And I'm like, oh shit, that's rough, buddy. I didn't say that, you know? Okay, I do understand wanting to show off your cool scar. But then I bring up this story because I'm telling him about like all the times like people have told me their life stories, because my masseuse kind of did it, my acupuncturist kind of did it. Like, how do I know so much about these people? Why do I know that like my masseuse's like sister hasn't spoken to them for like 20 plus years, right? And that she's like, her husband's divorced and like about her kid and stuff like that. And like, if it was just like a couple anecdotal things here and there, no, but like I know detailed shit about these people's lives. What's up, Wizard? How you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I cannot tell you. Maybe you seem approachable. Actually, you know what he said? He said, you have a very trustworthy face. And then I like looked at him. I was like, you think this face is trustworthy? I have like the worst resting bitch face ever. Actually, I will say though, I do make an effort to smile at people as I walk by. I'm very chatty. But like this is people talking to me. Okay? Anyways, it's crazy. So we go around, we turn the corner. We just like walk like a block and then we turn the corner. And then some lady comes up to me and she's crying. And then she's like, have you seen my cat? And I was like, no, I'm sorry, did you lose your cat? And then she's like, yeah, he got out when I was on the I opened the balcony for just a second, blah 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 blah. And then I start talking to her and I find out that she's divorced. She told me the last 2 years of her life have been the most miserable. She used to run like a pet, like I guess like sanctuary and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm like listening, I'm like nodding along, and I'm like, I really hope you find them. And she's like petting my dog, my fat ass fucking dog, and she's like, and she's like crying, and she's petting my dog, and I'm like, poor girl, because like my cat, in the past when I had a cat, she got out, and I was fucking distraught. I totally get it, right? And obviously, when you're upset, you kind of word vomit, right? And then I'm like, honestly, leave out food. I'm sure he'll come back soon, you know, especially if like he's in the neighborhood. And then as we like, before we encountered this lady, right, there was like a dead bird on the sidewalk, and like the blood was fresh, and I was like, oh shit, bro. And then she's like, yeah, he's tough, he killed the bird over there. And I'm like, oh my god, that was your cat's doing? And then she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I don't think you need to worry, your cat's gonna be fine. And then he's just like, okay, please let me know if like you find my cat. He looks like this and this is his name. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to keep an eye out for him, you know? And then I like, as we're leaving, right? we walk like 30 feet. And I give him this look like, I fucking told you. I was literally just talking to you about people telling me their life story, right? I fucking told you. And he's like, yep, you're right. And then she like yells, she's like, I found him! I found him! And she's like waving, and I'm like, congratulations! Because I guess he came back home. I'm really happy that lady found her cat. And then he's like, you're like a good luck charm, bro. And I'm like, why is my life so shit then? But yeah, I don't know why. This happens to me all the time. Like, maybe I really should have been a therapist. That's what my sister says too. She's like, I was like giving my sister advice the other day, right? And then she was like, yeah, maybe you should have been a therapist. And I was like, you know, I really did consider it, but I feel like I would care too much about people. I always want to fix people, and I want to fix their problems. Absorb other people's bad luck. Bro, I'm going next. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't know if it's like that, Soul. It would be nice if that was the case. But like, it's kind of crazy how like often it happens. I would honestly say it was kind of worse when I was younger, actually. I've got lots of problems, please fix. Yeah, I know. But unfortunately, I can't fix those, bro. I hope one day they are fixed for you, though. It'd be nice if you guys didn't have problems. Yeah. I was kind of... I just found it funny that, like, I had this, like, NPC encounter. Not NPC in, like, a disrespectful way, but, you know. I had, like, this encounter as I was talking about that. Like, literally 5 minutes before, not even. Later, Prince. It's nice seeing you. If I would not want to become a fortune teller. Don't try to fix me. You want to find a partner that makes me worse? Well, you'd have to find a partner first, and it's not looking good for you. That's okay. Maybe next life. Yeah, I don't know. It really is kind of like a side quest, but whatever, man. I'm really happy she found her cat, though. Yeah, my comedic timing is kind of crazy. Every time I say anything, it's kind of insane. Also, funny story. So when I went to therapy recently, right? I was exiting therapy and I was like, huh, still mentally ill. I'm walking down the hallway, and I see this man speaking to the receptionist, right? And he's speaking very loudly. Okay, so imagine that what I'm speaking like right now, this is a normal volume in which you would speak, right? This is the receptionist volume. And he's talking like this the entire time. And he's like, are you sure? I'm really worried about the symptoms. I think I might need to go to the ER, you know? And I'm literally just like walking down the hall. I just got out, right? And then the receptionist is like, she's like, oh, okay, well, what kind of symptoms are you worried about? Is there anything like you're particularly concerned about? And he says very loudly, all he says, he doesn't say anything else. Nothing else. He says, erectile dysfunction! And she just stares at him for a couple seconds. And she's like, I don't think you need to worry about that. I don't think you need to worry about that. And then he's like, are you sure? This is really important to me. I'm really worried about this. And then she's like, I think you'll be okay. Was he an older fella? He was like, I don't want to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm genuinely not trying to be mean here. He was like, a larger, unkept, like, gentleman. He seemed nice, right? But like, he seemed like a little bit awkward. And yeah. You did, Sparrow. You did have that experience. But I remember having to like walk out there. I had to like power walk out of there so I didn't like laugh in front of him. And I was like looking over to some other lady that was also in the reception like area, the waiting area. And I was like, please tell me I'm not the only one like giggling at this. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Probably had an embarrassment kink or something. When I told my sister this, right, she suggested something similar, but there's like no way he knew I was there when he started saying that. Like, very doubtful. But I don't know, maybe it was like to the receptionist, but like he seemed like dead serious, bro. And I was like, the fact that this is the only thing, like, you don't list any other symptom, just this, that's kind of crazy, bro. But yeah, that's kind of how therapy went for me. And then I looked and I was like looking to maybe like pick up a snack or something on the way, and then I saw that eggs were $5 and I'm like, what is this, America? Nah, I'm out of here. It was the only symptom he cared about, honestly, right? I was passing by a booth and saw you talking to fans at Offkai. What's up, homie? Did you hear me mention erectile dysfunction there too? I couldn't believe that that was the only thing he mentioned. That was the only thing you cared about and valued. Honestly, I kind of get it though. I almost feel like a kinship with him. Should I? Probably not. Did I? Kinda did. Yeah, but it was just funny that he didn't mention like anything else, and he was so loud. Like, he was honestly so loud. Oh, did you recognize my model? Well, I hope that you had a fun time at the con. It was just like the whole thing felt like it was like a skit, honestly. I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe this is the reason why I don't go out much. I feel like these encounters happen to me fairly often. Okay, well, you know, people live their lives. They have needs, okay? Yakuza counter IRL. Is playing Yakuza like that? Bethesda encounters? No! Have you guys had an encounter like that? Sometimes I'll see like Karen videos and I'm just like, are you real people? It really was kind of like a Bethesda encounter. My headcanon is that he was just hard at hearing, thought he was actually whispering. Honestly, that's possible. How am I supposed to know whether or not he struggles with that? It's possible. I used to work retail and the Bethesda was daily. That does not surprise me at all, Crispy. Your booth had loud volume so everyone could hear you fairly far away, like quietly eavesdropping. I hope I wasn't too annoying. I was speaking up because people usually struggle to hear me over Discord, and that's how it was. That's just a random VTuber random event generator at work. No, but it happened even when I was... Well, I'm not going to say I was a normie, but like when I was not a VTuber. Of the idea that life just throws crazy random encounters at you, and the less you go out, the more they have to throw at you. I feel like it's like stockpiling them for me, honestly. If you really want a crazy life story, mine has me dying inside my head like 4 separate times in a year and a half. Are you okay, DJ? The past year for you has not been kind either. I had that happen to me once with some lady talking about how she was getting divorced and ran into the woods, slept in poison ivy. It was a really hard combo to get through. I can imagine you just awkwardly standing there, Spartan. Some dudes naturally have a louder voice. My little brother had a pretty loud speaking voice. No, but this was like loud. This was like 2 to 3 times the volume that like everyone else is speaking at. Not even including the fact that it's like a hospital. It's literally a Yakuza game side quest where you face off against these guys dressed as babies, so yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Okay, does anyone watch Tokyo Sims sometimes? The people that call interviews sometimes, I'm like, is this just how it is in this district? And people are just like out there or what? My first trip to Dave and Buster's had some interesting NPCs. I thought you're talking about Dave and Buster's in the arcade, right? I think so. Working in an amusement park means I dealt with some insane drunk people all the time. Drunk people make for such funny stories. I would know. I'm one of those people. Their nerdy interview guy? Yeah, but he fine. Cole fine, bro. I don't know how to explain it. I cannot explain it, but I'm not the only one, okay? I think some of it may be because you remember stories well, so it sticks with you more. That's true. I do remember a lot of things. Like, every single person that came today, I recognize your username. Right? Even if I didn't recognize your face, I did recognize some of your guys' faces. But to be fair, it's kind of hard to recognize you guys sometimes because the camera quality can be a little, like over Discord, can be a little shoddy. And like oftentimes it's really hard to hear people. But yeah. Sorry, this tiger bomb has been like super fragrant. She hates us? Only a little bit. Only a lot. Actually, how much are eggs there now? But Amaya recognize my face? No, I would delete it from my memory so I could keep living. How did it feel to look down on us from on high? I do that every day anyways. So, you know. The past year and a half legit felt like a Persona game with how much happened. It was absolutely insane. I hope that settles down for you, Omi. Take it easy where you can. Once I went to the mall with a friend needed to use a bathroom. When I'm getting out, one guy is straight having some nice time with his hand on the urinal. Oh. Oh. Would you guys pretend not to notice, or would you just like look at them until they felt uncomfortable? But I feel like I would get outdone in terms of uncomfortability if they like stared back and they started to enjoy it, you know? I feel like I would double down and I would look at them. I'd make it a staring contest. Yours was a third mean grade where they gave up on raising the mic stand, just handing me the mic. Yeah, that's because you're so tall. Other people, I think there was one person that was like similarly tall to you, or like as tall. Tiger Balm is so fragrant. I love Tiger Balm. Why does it smell like this? Is it ginger? Menthol, camphor, cinnamon, cassia. Even through the closed packaging, it smells. Yeah. Never expect streamers to remember me. I feel like I'm very quiet most of the time. I remember pretty much all like regulars or semi-regulars, you know? But like, I think it also helps the type of messages that you send, whether or not like people remember you more, streamers remember you more. I'm not saying I remember every single person, but like, I really do try to remember everyone. I'm stunned you actually remember me. I remember you because It's the impressions you make. I'll say that. No worries, Pigeon. I hope that you've been doing well. I appreciate that you even like thought to come by, or like wanted to come. I would tell them to keep shaking it like that. It might fall off. No, I wouldn't. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. See, I said there was another Nate. I was like, I swear there's another Nate. And I was like, I think it's 009. Because Nate came by. And I was like, there is another Nate, but it's spelled differently. I'm so good at this. Why don't... Guys, I'm not calling you worthless, but you kind of are. But anyways, I'm kind of surprised that my memory does not extend to other things. No, there are 2 Nates. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm good with names, not faces. I don't understand. I explain, or I remember you guys. That's what I was saying. Okay, so Nate came by today. Other Nate, N-A-I-T, right? And I was like, which Nate are you? And then he was like, oh, I'm like, are you Nate, N-A-I-T? And he's like, yes. I'm like, oh, okay. I was wondering because there's another Nate with like 3 numbers after his name, right? And I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. And I even remember the numbers. I did not remember the 5, though. I remembered 009, though. No, but even other people... Like, their memory is, like, better than mine in general stuff. But, like, when it comes to people, my memory is very, very good. That's why it's hard to gaslight me. I'm just kidding. It's actually really easy. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are 2 Neats. At least 2. Well, 5 is in the middle. It's the middle child. So, yeah, there's no love for it. No, I have a very good memory for people and experiences. I don't know why, but like I really remember a lot of things that happen in chat. And I remember that time you said you loved us. Yeah, I got paid to say that. Literally. I don't know. It's kind of concerning, actually. I'm not even trying to humble brag here. Because... how do I put this? When I was like learning stuff for work, and I'm still like learning, because of my ADHD and stuff, I feel like I need to work way harder than other people to remember basic things. Hold on. Which, by the way, if you have ADHD or like autism, I highly recommend this like manga called Spacewalking with You. I personally felt very seen reading the first chapter because that's exactly how I feel with ADHD. Like, if I'm not interested in something, this isn't to say I'm interested in you guys, okay? Don't be fucking delusional, okay? I feel like I just remember things a lot better for things I'm interested in. Like, whether it's like, how do I put this? If it's adjacent, and like any experiences I remember very much, you know? But if it's like something I have to like sit down and like register, it's very difficult for me. Yeah, it's part of why I have like a complex about I guess like normie jobs. I feel like I'm too stupid to do them, but I'm actually a very smart person. So, I don't know. I just feel like I need to work way harder to understand and like register basic things. I feel like I have to do it like a million times, and I feel really insecure about remembering it. But then meanwhile, I can remember someone that literally spoke in chat 1 year ago and what they said. Pisses me off, man. I genuinely don't understand why. I'm doing my dailies. You're here. What I say then? You said a lot of basically just you're cute and clingy parasocialism. Do you remember anyone's first messages? First messages less so. First topics, kind of, I remember more. What the fuck, Silas? Do the crane shit. I do not want to do it. Yeah, better be your turn. Can you do my weeklies? I don't remember your first messages, guys. I'm not omnipotent, okay? You guys might be impotent on. Yes, chat, do your dailies. I don't remember first message, but I remember talking about the channel mascot. Which one? What impression did I make? Saddest dude, do you really want to know? Do you really want me to answer this? Answer carefully. I remember my first message because it was after meeting you at Offkai 2 years ago. Actually, Sparrow, I remember what we talked about. We talked about Souls likes, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain that we talked about like Souls likes, because I think this was around the time I was playing Sekiro maybe, and then we started talking about Elden Ring. I'm 90% sure. Okay, saddest dude, I remember you because you trauma dumped. and I looked at your name and I was like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. So oh yeah, I used to do that a lot. You know what? At least I respect that you acknowledge it. But I remember reading it and I was like, damn, bro. I hope you get help. I hope you get the help you need. Not in like a mean way or anything, but I was like, you are lonely and you need someone to be there for you, and I hope that you can, you know, get someone that you deserve to be there for you. Genuinely. I don't like when people show up in my chat and they're very like lonely and I can tell that, or I'm like awkward. It doesn't bother me, honestly. And like I'm just kind of, I do genuinely wish, yeah, I hope you get the help that you need. I hope that you have like people in your life that you can rely on, whether it's like now or later, you know. Good on you though. This is what I mean though. You guys have really like, a lot of you guys have worked on your lives a lot. I'm really proud of you. That said, if you work on your life so much that you don't need VTubers anymore, you are dead to me. Because I need you to take care of me, obviously. I cannot tell you what the first things I said in anyone's chat are. I do not remember, but I remember that you came during Annie and Lele, because I remember you telling me that you came during Annie and Lele, Nori, and I thought that you were here for longer. I have the opposite, where I can remember projects I worked on 3 years ago while someone asked me a question about it. What the English? What? The opposite, I can remember projects I worked on like 3 years ago. Years ago when someone asked a question about it. No, I can still remember 3 years ago, but like, you know. I still watch VTubers though? Yeah, because you're not mentally healthy enough to not watch them. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I pray you guys never get to that point too. You guys can have some success, but you gotta still be a little depressed, you know? I think the first thing I watched was Oblivion because the Dark Brotherhood thing request made me think of Among Us. Was it really? Has it really been that long, Johnny? Some things will stick out to you more than others unconsciously. Oh yeah, for sure. And the crazy thing is, right? I actually have really, really bad brain fog. So I'm surprised that, like, I remember this. Aw, thank you. I'm glad that you love my hair. I have other hairstyles too for my alt outfit, but I can put them on here. Oh shit, my glasses. My megane. Bam. I think I like the bun, but it's my least favorite, I think. I think I just like my classic one the most. Gotta stay humble. Yep, that's me. I'm humble. I'm curious what your impression of me by reading my name day one was before getting to know me. I didn't put like really have an impression of your name, but I really appreciated how frequently you chatted, because a lot of people just like they say a message and then they leave. I'm like, oh, I want to talk more. I want to talk, you know? Jellyfish hair? I guess it is kind of like jellyfish hair. Have a great day, Ruka. I think you seem sharp, to be honest. What do you mean by sharp? I'm actually very ditzy. I'm very spacey. And like part of that is like my PDD. So, it's really like hot dogs. I want white people food. We're going out for Asian food, but I want white people food. Damn it. I think my first time was a Subnautica BZ stream. It was, and I remember what you said, because you sent a tip, and in it you were talking about your, I think your father, Hazen. And then later on, in that stream, you were saying that you were surprised that I actually said your name correctly, because mostly people say Hazen. Or something like that. I'm fairly certain, because I remember talking about my family during that stream. And then you commented on it. No! I don't want dog food. That's for you guys. No, I was thinking like when I think of white people food, I think of like mashed potatoes and pierogies and like burgers and stuff like that. We don't really get that here at my household. It's pretty rare. Sometimes my mom makes mashed potatoes though. Yeah, it's not, we don't really eat it because my family doesn't really like it. I used to like it a lot more when I was younger though. I remember first chatting in Lesbian, but it definitely wasn't the first stream I watched because it was very much of a lurk before you managed to get me to chat more. Were you really? I do remember you saying that like that was like around the first time you started chatting, because I remember we were talking about games, and I was talking about my favorite games. I think I was talking about like Dragon Age, and I was talking about the writing in them and how games used to be a lot more nuanced. There used to be a lot more player choice and autonomy. Excuse me, but not as much anymore. And then I think you said it had like based game takes. I choose to not acknowledge the first things I said to you as not reality. Does that make you feel better about yourself? I forget you're not white sometimes. I am. I'm half Asian, half white. I'm German, Spanish, Chinese, and Filipino. I'm very much just a lurker. You speak pretty often though, Jay. What do you mean? I couldn't even remember my first comment on your stream. It's cool that you can do it. I don't quite remember your first, but I know that you've been here a long time, Nurgle. I do remember, I remember some of what you did in, the Choose Your Own Adventure stream. Back as Rano. Hold on. Ah, shoot, I'm out of water. Hold on, I need more water. Oh, 1 second. BRB. Meow. I am back. Good night, Sadis, as well. Oh yeah, that was very unlucky that I was sick there. I've been here a while, but 95% lurking too. Really? How long have you been? You mean like in the community, Grimble? And you remember how I came to find you when I first started talking, but I definitely knew I would continue watching you from the first time I found you. Actually, we've had this conversation before, Fury. And you said something very similar back then, too. I think you made a joke about family-friendly content on family reunions. I do vaguely remember this, actually. Do you remember when my dad lost his job? Because he had the burden of you to take care of. No worries. I got you. Hmm? Oh, is this... Oh, no. Yeah. I think one of the first things I said was about me coming from a stream where the VTuber said she eats cereal with water, and you thought I was saying that you did that, and the game was lies with P, I think. I don't entirely remember this, but this does not surprise me. I thought this was during the nun stream. I swear I had that conversation then. I don't speak here very often, but I'm a long-time lurker that does try to catch your streams. I actually think that's really cute. When people say that they're like a long-term lurker, and then they like occasionally like chat, or they chat for like the first time ever, I'm like, oh, you know about that? It's hard for me to distinguish like lurkers sometimes. And like I don't remember a lot of the things I do. I remember what you guys do, but I don't remember a lot of what I do. I say this all the time, but sometimes you guys will quote me and I'll be like, I fucking said that. I don't remember. I think my first message was lol after suffering from sex incident in Honkai. I think that was when my wife rated me before. And then that became a short clip. For whatever reason, I can't ever forget the time you said you opened an orange with a cuticle pusher. It's just easier sometimes, okay? I don't like getting the orange, like, pulpy shit under my nails. It smells for hours, you know? I do remember you being in the clip, because I remember looking at that clip sometimes, and I'm like, I read the font, and I'm like, ah, the font looks fucking ugly in this, like, text thingy, because there was a big line underneath stuff. And many VTubers meet and greet, I would also ask who someone is and they tell me they're lurkers most of the time. Lots of quiet lurkers and great frequent viewers. Yeah, pretty much everyone who came today is a regular. Actually, everyone that came today was a regular. I don't think I'd met anyone new today. I'm fairly certain. Because usually, like, with newer people, it's a bit awkward. You know, because and they're really sweet, right? But they'll be like, so what do you stream and stuff? And I'm like, oh, I do this and that, blah blah blah. But today it was every single person was somebody I knew or that seemed to know me. I'm like 99% sure. Listen, Ninja, how you doing? The Our Girlfriend clip? Was it? Wait, what do you mean the Our Girlfriend clip, Kitty? Sunday organizers will have a VTuber convention in Texas. I'm surprised that there hasn't been already. Because Texas is a pretty big convention hub, right? Oh, but I guess it's not really for stuff like this. No. Yeah, I don't know. I know I forget things. Somebody ate water and cereal. It wasn't me. Okay? I remember because I have a clip about it. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's certainly not great. I don't think I'll be traveling for a while for a multitude of reasons. But maybe Sunday, Chad. I really want Texas barbecue. I saw someone do like I think it was Senpai Kai. He made a video talking about pork shoulder, and the way it just squished in his hands was absolutely insane. I still use the wake up gotcha voice as my alarm. Actually, a lot of you guys surprisingly still use my like voice pack alarms. They're really they're really effective, apparently. Do I have a shrill voice or something? Be honest with me, chat. Actually, someone sent me a Maro the other day, which you guys don't send me Maros very often anymore, and it makes me sad. But I like getting them. I just don't reply to them as much anymore. Not because I don't care, but because I'm fucking crippled. Okay? But I do like receiving them, and I do reread them. But someone sent me a Maro the other day, and they were talking about how like they lurk, and they're like, your voice is like a gentle, warm hug. And I was like, oh my god, that's so sweet. Yeah, they are open. They're in my description. My bad, I forgot you guys can't fucking read. That's on me. But I was surprised to hear my voice described like that, because I've never really thought that way about my voice, because my voice doesn't really feel warm to me. Your expectations are too high, to be fair. Yeah, you're right. My bad. But in my opinion, I have a very sweet voice, but my voice is kind of cold. So I was surprised when people said that like I had a warm voice. Because I don't really think tonally my voice is like warm or anything. I don't know, maybe other people think differently. I think it's more, I have like a very dry voice. If that makes sense? I don't know. Not like a bad way or anything, but yeah. I guess like tonally it's very sharp. My voice isn't super rich. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. The description is like weird. I don't know. Soft edges, really? I don't know. My perspective of my voice is very different from other people. Maybe this is why people tell me their life story. Maybe my voice just has that effect on people. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to get constantly told, like, your voice puts me to sleep. Or, like, your voice makes me sleepy. So sometimes, like, friends would ask me to, like, talk them to sleep. And I'd be like, bro, I got shit to do. Like... To be honest, it's kind of crazy how long I've been here. I feel like I haven't been this consistent in basically anything. Well, I'm happy that you have been, Spartan. I know, like, I would always look forward to your marshmallows. And you're always very kind in yours. And I'm honestly... If you do, like, decide to go away, I hope it's because, like, things in your life are... going the way you want. Because I know that you, in the past, have kind of stated that, like, you're like, maybe I should step back from, like, online and stuff. And I totally understand that. So whatever you want to do, I respect it. I just hope you're doing well. I mean, when I used to stream late, a lot of you guys would wake up, like, and I'd still be streaming. Not as much anymore, though. I'm trying to keep a good sleep schedule now. I've successfully, at least for the past, like, month or so, gotten up fairly early. Is it smooth? I don't know. I feel like sometimes my voice is very, not quite squeaky, but a little bit sometimes. I mean, I remember reading a thing about how most people don't actually like the sound of their own voice. Actually, for me, I went through phases. So I went through phases in my life where, I really liked my voice, and then I started to hate my voice, and then I really liked it again. Right now, if I were to be perfectly honest with you guys, I think my voice sounds prettier in my head. I think I have a nice voice, but I think that my voice sounds prettier in my head. Hold on, let me listen to myself on stream. Hold on. Let's see. I'm getting ads on my own shit, bro! Hell no! No, silly, you can't leave. The time zones I usually watch like the Sarah stream and lurk while sleeping. Yeah, it's pretty late for you. Yeah, no, I feel like I like my voice more in my head compared to like how I hear it like on stream and stuff. And actually, the way you sound in your head is very different compared to how you sound like to others because of like the way it reverberates through your like bones and stuff in your body. I feel like you typically do give the impression that you're very patient despite the raging ADHD going on, which probably adds to people wanting to tell you things. I actually am very patient. Recently, I had a long-term friend piss me off, right? They really pissed me off. And I called them out on a lot of shit. And I was like, you were being really fucking selfish. I'm really disappointed in you. And I like went off. Wait. Because like they aren't a bad person, but they were not being a good friend. They haven't really had a history of being a great friend to me. And for me to lose my patience, I'm not saying I'm a saint, right? But I am actually incredibly patient with people. And like I will put up with a lot. Like a lot. And like this person was like my friend for almost a decade, I think. And I've listened to like a lot of issues that they've had. But this one particular issue, right? This one particular issue they talked about for almost a year. And it was like 80% their fault. And I was like, I'm sick of you being like a victim in this. And then I was telling my other friend about it, and I was telling my other friend like what I said, and he was like, you're scary when you're mad. And I'm like, that was me at like a 6 out of 10 of being angry. When I'm really, really angry, I just like, I get quiet and I kind of give up on you. I don't know how I'm getting ads, but I'm on my other browser that doesn't have premium, so you know. I know I told you this before, but I actually can't fall asleep to your streams because my brain's forced to listen to everything you do very closely. That's a well-trained dog. Ruff, ruff. During those 3 days of no electronics, I felt super balanced, and even in the moments of nothing, I felt like I was all right. Before then, I generally felt like I had to be doing something at all times. I totally get what you mean. Like, technology detox is a lot for me. I really like technology detoxing, but I'm not good. Wow, you really have been here a long time, Grimbo. I'm sorry, I only just saw that. And welcome back, Fury. I'm hungry. I listen to way too much ASMR to know your voice is on the softer side, even compared to the people with the softest voices. Do I really have that soft of a voice? Actually, when I was at my training, I was like, wow, I'm really fucking soft-spoken. I'm actually super, super soft-spoken IRL. Like, if you think my voice is soft now, no. I'm really soft IRL. I do not raise my volume. Was it gonna rain? I hope so. It's been really rainy lately. The rain makes me feel dramatic. I feel edgy. What the fuck is this ad you're talking about, Sarah? I'm super tilted about ads. I keep getting AI-powered ads with a super predatory AI song and animation about procrastination holding back men. Even followed me into JP videos. What the fuck is this? That's so specific. And yeah, no, I rarely snap at people, but I was very, very irritated then. I'm so hungry. Your really late streams are just my evenings. On one side, it's nice seeing you live, but the other hand, it's like girl goes late. I'm trying to be healthy now. That's why I really wish I could stream until like 4 AM regularly, but I can't anymore. 1 month in a row, I must have accidentally unsubbed while I was clearing out my subs. Fake fan. Fake. Did you really like her? I want to see this now. And nah, I mean, you guys can glaze me all you want. I like it. How are you doing? I hope that you've been well. It's during a camping trip, so it was easy to disconnect when I was in the middle of nowhere with no internet. Exactly. I really think that, like, honestly, getting off technology and stuff and, like, not having as much technology it helps my physical health too. Because when I was camping before, I wasn't on there too much. I am on purple side always. Ta-da! Have you ever gotten the AI-powered dog toys that were Christmas themed for some reason? No, I've never heard of this before. And no, I haven't eaten today at all. I ate at like 3 a.m., but that's it. What can be that way? I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. What is this? Nani? Oh shit! Sorry, I saw handsome men. My bad. There's been a drought, guys. Please understand. You know what? Okay, you know what I want to do? One day I want to do like a stream just like reacting to the dumb AI ads. Because I saw this one ad, right? And this ad was like... Have you seen those AI cats? And it's like... Meow, 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 meow. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I want to confess I loved you from the start. Where is it? Oh, thank you, Alexander. Make sure to say thank you if you were gifted. Oh shit, Spartan got it! Damn, bro. It actually works. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's here? Huh? I swear I saved this. I think it broke. Whatever, I'll have to find manually. Hi, Tomo! Hold on, my voice is like dying. I did a lot of talking today. How have you been? I hope that you've been doing better recently and you're feeling better. Let's see. Oh, is it this one? I just saw an AI cat shit itself. It's like these. Good night, Akumi. Rest well. Okay, don't understand. Don't worry about it. You'll know in a week or two for sure. Take it easy, homie. That's not the AI cat shitting itself. This is the AI cat shitting itself. It even came with farting sound effects. Thanks for that. Yeah. Your algorithm is cooked now, my bad. But I've seen some of these ads and like people reacting to them and I'm so confused how people come up with this. Like, it's definitely not human creativity. I will say that. It is something. I don't know. I've seen NTR cat ads. I don't know why. But like, I don't know, guys. I really don't understand them. I wish I could tell you, but it's kind of incomprehensible. If I isolate myself from technology, my will break in days, my sanity will crack in a week, and I will go straight to the asylum. Really? I like being away from technology. I really want to go camping again. I wanted to go camping this year, but guys, I got fucked. Actually. So, I had some kind of bad news. So, you guys know that I had to pay GST, right? Because I'm considered a business. It turns out that the GST I had to pay might actually be double what I was originally quoted. And if it is double, then that means I'll need to do quarterly prepayments next year. So, hold on. I was originally quoted around like 1500 GST. And that was including interest because I was supposed to pay it for an entire year. And I didn't know. And I was never informed. Sorry, my voice is not happy today. I was never informed, but I was supposed to pay GST the entire past year. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, that's fucking great, right? But then, on top of that, it might actually be double, so it might actually be 3,000. And if it's 3,000, then I'm cooked because at a certain income threshold, which is like 3,000 for GST, right? You need to start paying in advance every quarter, and the forgiveness on that is a lot shorter. Yeah, so I'm like, oh shit. This is a very unlucky, bro. But it's okay. We'll deal with it as it comes. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do a donathon again. Or if I do, I will do things very, very differently. Later, Sparrow. It was nice seeing you. I feel like they just make it up as they go. I don't fucking know, honestly. Like, I'm not saying I couldn't have done more due diligence regarding this. I absolutely could have. But, like, they do not make it easy at all. Like, I looked at my inbox for the CRA login. Nothing. I'm like, well, how are you going to expect me to pay this if I get zero notice whatsoever? You know what I mean? And, oh my god. And it's even worse because I do, like, a lot of my work is, like, a gray area. And it's... it's kind of awkward to talk about and explain. Like, the person who did my taxes, she was like, hopefully you get someone nerdy when you're on the phone with, like, a CRA agent. And all the CRA agents have been super sweet, actually. It's just, like, the system itself that fucking sucks. Yeah. That was kind of unlucky. But I should be able to pay it off soon. I just need to, like, get it calculated and stuff. Well, I don't know if I can pay how soon I can pay the GST, but I can pay the taxes. I just need to wait for merch money. Guys, I'm gonna make more merch. You need to give me money through merch. At least it's more transactional if it's, like, done through merch, you know? Actually, a surprising amount of my income now is done through merch. Kind of weird, actually. But yeah, I think next merch drop, I will probably... What is with my thingy? I will probably do bigger ones, but that means that some things in the shop may not come back. So you know. Okay, but if you do the t-shirt, Goku, I don't get the money for it. That's where the money always comes from? No, actually, for a lot of streamers, it's like 80% tips and stuff. Yeah, and like memberships, etc. I'll just give you the art. But I need the rights and stuff. It's okay, I can get it tax deductible. It's for work, bros. Bro, what is with my thingy? And I have certain things. I'm picky. I'm a picky boy. Yeah, I don't know. What would you guys want? You guys had some good suggestions for stuff. Like a soda suggested like a poison mug. Or something like that. I have an image here. Cup covers too. I was suggested. I don't feel like you guys would use that much though. Maybe it's because of the weather that my model's acting up. Or, oh, it could just be overheating. It might be overheating. I was thinking mugs, stickers. What else? I don't know. If you sell more, you end up owing more later. Best kicking the can down the road and making more work for you next year. Not with merch. Merch, the profit margins are not great, but actually my recent ones have been a lot better. The keychain actually I think is sold out. I think so. Don't go into debt for it though. I never want anyone to go into debt for me. I want you guys to get rich and then spread the wealth to me. Is that so hard? Just get rich, guys. Man. I did something in your description earlier. There was a link that sent me on a journey of wonders where I was able to buy a lot of merch. That was weird. Anyway, I have a lot of cool merch and 2 doggies. Oh shit, bro. Try harder, woman! Nah, it'd be nice if we were all happy and healthy and comfortable. I know that this year has been like really rough for a lot of people financially. It is rough out there. And I never want people to feel like obligated. Will you take a payday loan to be a top donator in Donathon? Fuck no, I never encourage that. I saw someone do that for like a Twitch subathon and they were in debt, I think like $20,000 because they got like ahead of it in like the moment. Right? They got like it was their credit card that they used, right? But they got like really excited and they ended up spending a lot more than they should have. Please never ever do that, whether it's for me or somebody else. Financial debt fucking terrifies me. Like, people can call me money hungry or whatever, I do not care. I have actual trauma with money. Like, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys had to, like, this isn't to say everyone, no one deals with this, right? But like on the regular, when I was a kid, I literally heard like I would go into the foster system if something happened to my mom. So I'm really fucking paranoid about money. I'm not good with money, right? It actually made me worse with money. But like, please, please never fucking go into debt, especially for something like that. Ugh. Yeah, I need to stop giving people that aren't my Oshis money to help them. Do I say yes or no here? Because I'm your Oshi, right? Do I say yes or no? But if I really, really need you to say my name, I think you need a government institution then. You know, let's see, what is there right now? There's a print. I think if I'll cycle anything out, it's probably the desk, man. All that was to bring me back to you. So tell me what you fall in love with me again. What time is it? It's almost time to eat. I wasn't intending to stream a ton today. The Oshi trolley problem. Is that what it is? Wait, Fury, why are you laughing? I didn't say you can laugh. I know my limit. Tier 1 sub. Other than that, all I can give is dumb thoughts in my head and hope they cause a smile. They do. You do plenty. Don't worry. Johnny really is like the cockroach of yours. I watched you kill him so many times and he's still here. I'm disappointed too. But, you know. I spent like an hour trying to find a reference for the color palette I want. What are you trying to do this for? I did not give you permission to speak, nor to be happy. How dare you? It's horrible. It feels like a fucking chain for everything. But in my case, I might be able to finish paying my family's debt this year. But yeah, loans are very dangerous. I really hope you can, Sarah. Nobody deserves to have that weighing on them. It causes so much anxiety and stress, and it's like the dark cloud over and over. You know? This won't be helpful, but what I've always wanted was in the Amaya game. I've always wanted that too. Reality kind of diff though. On one hand, I'm being good and helping someone who needs help, but on the other hand, I'm not made of money. As long as you know your limits, you know? Take care of yourself. What's up, Spartan? How you doing? Statements like that make me happy, so I have to fake the frown. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't hide being a degenerate if you tried, Rabbit. Especially when you had, like, the furry profile picture for so long. That was immediately, like, a red flag to me. I think they should be nicer to that little Johnny fellow on YouTube. I think you should shut the fuck up. In a small way, I'm becoming made of money. All the microplastics in me might eventually make a whole credit card someday. Oh, or you could be Canadian money. That would be worse, but you know. Canadian bills are plastic. You guys still have paper bills, right? I think. Ours are plastic, though. I'll keep waving that flag. You don't even need to wave a flag. It's like part of you. It's like a tattoo. You're like... What is that? You have like a blackout tattoo on you describing that you're a degenerate. For an Amaya game, I've been thinking of something along the lines of a Dungeon Keeper game. Really? What do you mean? What kind of game would you like to be in and why is it brown dust? I would be very expensive in brown dust. I'm a walking red flag, you barely walk. My policy about loans and such is simple. Don't. I think some of them are kind of like a necessary evil, and not all debt is bad debt, you know? But yeah. I'm trying to raise my credit with a credit debit card. Rabbit is one of the coolest, nicest, smartest dudes I've met, unironically. I feel like with Rabbit, I think Rabbit cares very deeply about humanity as a whole, and I can respect that. Is it really polymer? What are Canadian bills made of? And by that, I mean that, like, Rabbit cares very much about human rights. Which makes sense. Oh, I guess it is. Durable plastic specifically made for banknotes. With Amaya and Poison Tasters as defense? This sounds more like a tower defense game. No? Do you really... Wait, American Bill 2025. American Dollar Bill 2025. It still looks like paper to me. Oh, what? Was I a floating head for a second? Oh, it's... I think I typed in a number, that's why. And it still has like the toggle set. My bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to respond to you when you asked that earlier, Spartan. Are you still going to be on the interwebs completely, or are you disconnected for the next month? I'll probably be occasionally there, but honestly, I'll be super fucking busy. Like, I'm gonna be exhausted because I'm working very late for the next few weeks, so yeah. So I was talking to my sister. We were talking about dinner, and she was talking about report cards because she still has to do edits for report cards. And her report cards, because she teaches like spec ed and she does like specialized shit, it's way worse. What's up, Cringe? How you doing? Imagine Amaya dungeon crawler and the final boss is a certain dungeon queen. That would be cute. The crossover we've always wanted. That's true. I do like nice marshmallows. People always do forget that I have twin tails. It's because you can't really see them, to be fair. You can see them here more, but like people forget that I don't have short hair. It's actually technically long. I've been thinking of cutting my hair short. I keep mentioning it, but I'm like, I can't be asked to schedule a haircut, but I really do need one. You didn't know I had twin tails? Really? Here. See? I've always had them. What if you did it yourself? The last time I did it, it did not go well. It really didn't go well. I'm not... I cannot cut my own hair. It does not look good, chat. Where is it? Hold on. No, but like... See, when you say that, Akiri, I just think of like you drawing like, you know, hold on. Like, you know when people have their, like, each twin tail, right, in one hand and they're holding it up to their face and they're like looking up at you with the doe eyes? That's just what I imagine. Isn't your hair waist length? Is this my fucking waist? Oh, do you mean IRL? My bad. Yeah, my hair is like almost down to my butt. IRL. My bad, bro. Yeah. It's like at the very top of my butt, around there. Or like the very end of my back. But I'm thinking of getting it cut down to my chin. Just because like it's such a pain in the ass to comb. My hair is too thick. It takes so long for it to dry. It's part of why I hate showering. The other part is me being a degenerate. I've been cutting my own hair for like a decade now, but boys' hair is probably easier. It is, and it costs way less too. Haircut's like $60 for me. I will never forget that like one year I was like incredibly fucking depressed. Like incredibly depressed to the point where like I didn't comb my hair like at all. Even in the shower. And part of the reason why I didn't comb my hair was like at the time I didn't have like a detangle comb. And it was very painful for me to comb my hair because it was so thick and it would get tangled so easily. And I had like 4 Korean ladies trying to untangle my hair, and I was like, no, it's okay, just chop it off. And they were like, no. And they spent the entire time like trying to detangle it. It was so fucking painful. But they did it, and I did not cut it off. I would have been fine if they did, but it was nice of them for them to like try and preserve my dignity. But like my hygiene was not good that year. I was going through it, bros. Mine's my lower back and enough of a pain, little not that long. Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm kind of curious to like see how long I can grow it, and I'm wondering if this is like the maximum I can grow it, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll like donate it or something, but I don't the conditions for donating hair are pretty strict from what I understand, and my hair is not in good condition because I don't take care of it. So probably not. What's the news? Nobody tell him. Have him figure it out. Bear hair is pretty effortless. I want to see braided beard. It's so cute when I see braided beards. I got a new haircut style that makes me feel more put together and generally more confident. Aw, that's good to hear. Hair makes such a massive difference on guys. It's literally the makeup for guys. I grew my hair at the donate once and then they wanted me to pay like $30 too. Are you fucking kidding me? I'd be like, are you serious? You want me to pay to donate my hair? Nah. I remember on my license, I had to pay like an extra how much in order to get like to be a donor. You want me to pay for the ability to give my fucking organs? You're crazy. Actual crazy behavior. As long as a certain length, they'll take it. I donate my hair every summer. What's up next? How you doing? I've never tried. I don't think mine would get accepted though. As long as I had my hair was halfway down my back and I was already annoying to take care of. Nowadays I let it grow in winter and somewhere around shoulder length and cut in summer. Oh, it's just such a pain in the ass. But aside from my boobs, it's like the most feminine thing about me. So I'm like, I guess I'll keep it. Plus it's satisfying when I'm naked and I look at my hair like reach down to my butt. I don't know why it's satisfying. Yeah, nah, I just didn't donate. I literally grew my hair out for a year and took such good care for them to be like, Lamau, give us money or we're not taking it. So I just didn't donate it. Honestly, fair. I'd be pissed. If anyone wants to buy my hair though, I'll give it to you. I don't think you want it though, it's not in good condition. But maybe you could make like an Amaya wig. There's enough for it. I don't know. I don't think anyone would actually buy it. I have a lot of gray hairs actually. Gray hair is very common in my family. I've donated like 3 times. Each time was like 20 inches. Long hair is so much work to keep up with. It is. I'm a clone you. Maybe that one will be happier than me. What's the starting bid? $100. That's how I'll pay back the taxes. I'm hoping on money from my summer job because I still have like $3,000 to pay in taxes, and then I have another $3,000 potentially to pay in GST. A voodoo doll? You know what? If you make a voodoo doll of me, good. Have that voodoo doll do an interview, get a successful normie job, and quit this. I'm gonna be a normie. Let me live my normie life. My voodoo doll will have better luck than I will. Actually. I thought you were already gonna do that, Edgel. Nah, I don't actually, like, I don't want to do, like, a full normie job, I think. But I do want, like, more stability in my life. Because, like, I want a stable income, or at least something somewhat stable. I want to feel comfortable. And I think that this being, like, my only job is not healthy for me mentally. Because, like, I put too much of myself into it. So I think that I would be a better streamer if it wasn't my main job. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. But trust, it makes sense. It's like, you're too worried, you're too anxious, you're too stressful. Or you're too stressed. And I think that streaming is definitely one of those jobs where you need to be happy in order to get good results and for your audience to be happy. I want, like, my best streams are the streams where I'm really having fun. And I want you guys to be having fun too. You know? And yeah, like, that's the thing that I'm scared about for next year because my income is not stable, right? And I know I haven't been able to be as present, so I don't really blame you guys for that. Like, I'm totally candid here, right? So, like, obviously, my income's going to be less stable if I'm not here as much. That's just natural, right? Not saying it wasn't kind of like that from the beginning, but yeah. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the prepayments next year are like yikers, especially since I don't know how much they're going to be. It's like I had a really good year, that's not how it's gonna be all the time. You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. My taste is already questionable. It doesn't need to be more questionable by liking you guys. That said, once again, I really did have an amazing time at Offkai today. You guys made me feel like I wasn't lonely. And it wasn't... I was really scared. Or I guess like anxious that things would not go well and I'd just be sitting there waiting for people to come up and talk to me. But thanks to you guys, it was not like that. So thank you for coming to see me. And for everyone that didn't get to see me, unfortunately, I'm really sorry. I thought that like there was a bit more time, but unfortunately not. And I hope that like if I do Offkai again, I can see you next time. That said, I need to go shower since I need to present myself to the public to stuff my face. So I will do that. Anyways, good night, chat. I hope you had a good day. Thank you again for coming to see me. Let me see, is there anyone I can read? I wish I was less shy doing raids too. I always feel really shy doing them. Let's see. I just realized I was in a YouTube studio this entire time. But yeah, I hope that I can be more consistent towards the end of the year. And I should theoretically be. But yeah. Redirect. Does this work? Okay. I'm gonna go raid Eva. Eva? I'm not sure. But I gotta go dip. Unfortunately, I can't really chat, but I hope that you guys have a great time and you had a great time today. Good night. Bye-bye. And welcome, Bix. Thank you. Okay, I'm out of here. Wait, that's the wrong one. Hold on. And... there you go.